what's going on, guys? It's a Brady Swamutupi. We're back again on my YouTube channel. On today's video, I actually want to speak about my whole experience or my whole time being involved in the crypto market, because I remember the very first initial investment that I made in the crypto market was like when the market was still going crazy. I think back in 2017 when I came in away of it, and then I was like, you know what, let me buy some more Bitcoins and invest in it. But some things happened. I got scammed, unfortunately, and I had like a different perception about it. Like for me, crypto was like, I didn't want to do anything with it. But as I went into the business, as time went, I saw myself just investing in trading, doing certain things in trading. I came back, I think the time that I came back was maybe a few months ago. I wouldn't lie, 3 months ago, that I took my time into learning, because now I came back with knowledge. I was like, you know what, let me come back into learning. Now I came back with learning, because I noticed with people when it comes to trading, I'll tell them, guys, it's very important that you actually equip yourself with the skill or with the knowledge, because if not, then someone out there is going to take your money just like that. You understand? So I was like, you know what, I'm saying this about trading, but here I was with crypto. I didn't do that. I just took money, invested. Someone told me I should do this, it's going to grow and make this much, and I was excited. I done that. That person ran out with my money, and eventually I started thinking scam, you understand? So I went back, I started reading books in terms of that. I started watching a few YouTube videos, and I came across something that was interesting, on which I want us to talk about. Just make sure that you like, make sure that you have subscribed, and let us get straight to it. Okay, so now guys, what's gonna happen is that I'm actually gonna dive into the dashboard, because I wanna show you guys a few stuff that I actually made that was like a mistake that costed me over 6 figures, over hundreds of thousands of rands, you understand? So that's something that I don't want people to be involved in, not just in terms of crypto, but in terms of also investments or knowledge or anything that you are doing. I think it's very important of us to actually equip ourselves with knowledge before we enter that space, because if not, then there's a lot of things that you are going to be seeing, you understand? So let me just tell you guys my young story. So I got into 2017. I was pushing, I made some few money from the markets, even though I wasn't as profitable as I was. And everyone started telling me about Bitcoin, cryptos, things that I should be involved in, you understand? So I was like, perfect, let me get into this and learn a bit more about, not even learn about it, let me just see what I can do. And then I started searching Bitcoin. Found someone on Facebook that was like, he was living a clean life, showed me his account balances. It was like $4 million in there. I was still in the hood at the time. I was like, you know what, here I'm gonna be out, because he told me each and every week, if I can just invest $1,000 every week, I'm gonna be making $5,000. So for me, I was like 5,000 or 20,000 a month. Yo, that's like in rents, that's like over 300,000 rands a month. I was like, yo, I'm gone, I'm rich already, no one can tell me anything. So I done that. I gave him that $1,000, and then you know how these investments go, guys. So you need to also be careful in terms of also people that are using my identity, because at the end you started telling me about, hey, to withdraw your money you need to give me excess fee. Hey, this money is not enough. So I ended up totally giving him a total of 25,000 rands, on which I wasn't very good at the markets at that time, but I was able to make that much, understand? So I gave it in, and he ran out with the money, and he just kept on telling me I should give. And from there, there was no way forward. So I want to also dive onto the dashboard, just so I'm able to show you guys some of these things that I speak about actually did happen. And this is things that actually happened 2017. So I also want us to come back now. We're gonna sit on this exact same chair, speak about some of the things that I now was able to go through, some stuff that I was able to learn. And what I also think is the most important thing about this video here is to show you guys and document down my journey of things that I'm learning, things that I'm coming up across, and things that I see are good investments in terms of potential returns, understand? So you can also comment and tell me if such topics are things that you want me to speak about. I'll cover anything. I'll cover, like I did say the last time. I remember I had 7 income streams before I added some of my income streams. Today I think I have over 11 income streams. So with that, there's all types of incomes, affiliate, there's a lot of things that I'm getting incomes from, not just trading. I think to be in a beautiful position, you shouldn't just be looking at, let me take 10,000 and take it to 100,000, let me take 100,000 and put it to 100,000, because at the end of the day, that takes up your time. And I said, for me to sit in front of the chart and say, let me buy US13 now, I'm buying. Yes, I do that now. It's a hobby. I do it because I love doing that, but it's not because of I have to do it every single time to survive, you understand? But let us go on the PC, and then I'll show you guys some of the investments that I made back then. Okay guys, so now we just logged in my altcoin trader account. So this is one of the platforms that I use to actually deposit money. So what I'll do with this platform is that I would deposit money into it, and then I'll transfer that money from this platform maybe up until the one platform that I use. So to be transparent, the platforms that I actually found to be a bit more beneficial for me is this one here, obviously, for my transferring and withdrawal. It's much more quicker. I don't know. And also Coinbase. I actually love Coinbase. I don't know, I just love Coinbase. Like, it works perfectly for me. I've used it a lot. I've used your BitPays, I've used all these other platforms, but Coinbase for me, it's much more nicer to handle or manage my assets, you understand? So because I see these things as assets. And the other one that I actually do use is Binance. I think it's Binance.com, which is one that I learned about also recently. The most important thing was just me going out and getting information, because to be honest, there's a lot of platforms out there. But if you start learning and knowing which ones are more secured, which ones are more valuable, and which ones can you use in order to just invest bigger amounts of money, then I think these ones are the ones to go. So I'll just make sure that I put the links below, so you just go exactly to these platforms. But I don't know if Altcoin, I can leave the link for it, but yeah, you'll just be able to find it. So yeah, with this on my Altcoin account, you can simply see here we've got on the 12th 2017 I put an initial deposit of 9.1. So at this time I didn't have enough capital, things were still a bit low, all those things. But fortunately, because I joined Forex here around April, which was like maybe 4 months before, but to be able to just raise 9.1 in deposit and fund it into crypto, that was something, and I didn't take that for granted. And also followed the next month, this is when the back and forth started happening, and then he started mentioning on how I should invest more for withdrawal, I should do this, I should do that, because Bitcoin, not even Bitcoin, USD was still low, so it wasn't like it was like expensive, but afterwards the back and forth and stuff, then things started to happen. And to be honest, this too, I bought Bitcoins with this too cashier. And with this, one thing that I noticed is that as soon as, if you even take a look at it, as soon as I think after 3 months, Bitcoin went up, because I bought it when it was still like $3,000, $4,000. Then boom, it went up. It went all the way up to $20,000 within a 6 month span. And for me, it was heartbreaking, because now my total, this total amount that I invested was now worth over 180,000. But I don't have it because I took those Bitcoins and I gave it to someone else, which at that time I can't do anything about. I can only look at, I could have made this much, but because of lack of knowledge, that took me, it hit me very hard. Okay, so you guys did notice that previously on my YouTube channels, there were times where I would unpack or I'd start analyzing BTC and stuff, because I saw a potential on it, understand? So one thing that I also done is that I noticed with these things that are going crazy on the market, nowadays, things that are booming and stuff, I noticed that even ETH is something that's starting to take place. So I'm not in it to mainly trade these altcoins and stuff. Even if I do get time, maybe I can invest here and I can trade them here and there while I'm still looking at my US30 chart, and I'll just have maybe other charts here, because I actually found the fact that I was looking at it, my technical analysis methods still do get to be applied, and I still get to work on these altcoins and stuff. But I'll just see if I have enough time to invest in trading them, day trading them. The thing that I actually found I'm a bit more interested in is actually buying and holding. So even on coins and stuff, I'm looking for ones that I can buy and hold. Because so far, an example that I have is with on the side Ethereum. So you can simply see that this is something that I actually did buy as soon as it broke out. It came back here. We bought it somewhere here. So even now my portfolio has actually went up, and I'm just looking for it to break highs here and still continue going up. So it's not that method whereby I'm trading it, but I'm actually investing more into it. And even here on Bitcoin, because I remember I bought somewhere here, I bought here, and I bought here. And one thing that happened is that obviously with me buying here, it's not like I'm trading it like I did. So if when price went down here with me, and I noticed, I did see it. I remember some sessions I was actually unpacking it. I did see it going all the way down there, but it wasn't that thing whereby I'm I have to put stop losses and stuff. Because remember, it's almost like when you are moving money from your ZAR to your USD, you understand? So let's say if you've got 100, let's say 10k, you've got 10k, then you buy USD is now worth 10 rands. Let's say USD is worth 10 rands. then you buy 10k worth of USD. Once you've got that, that means when USD gains value and it becomes 15 rands, you made 5,000 rands profit without even having to trade, buy, sell, and do all those things. You understand? Because you took that money, you flipped it into USD or you flipped it into Bitcoin, then Bitcoin gains value or Bitcoin. So even if USD goes all the way down to 5k, it doesn't mean, yes, you are down by 50%, but it's hard for USD to be worth zero. Do you understand? So it's in the mindset. If you're playing the long-term game, you can benefit from it. And if you're not playing the long-term game, then you won't be eating from it. But yeah, with BTC, it's something that I'm actually on. Maybe I can, because I noticed with this app that I'm using, with this platform that I'm using, Binance, I can actually treat them. And I was learning. I watched I dedicated 3 days daily watching videos, learning from different types of people, doing all these things. And now I understand it perfectly. You understand? So one thing that I saw is that I can still invest into maybe short-term trades. I can buy maybe because this I can see it's a beautiful setup. I can maybe buy and then go a bit more to the upside with it. But remember, I'm not yet an expert in this. I'm not yet a professional in this. So whatever that I'm saying can't really be what someone that has been trading this for 4 or 5 years can say. But with my understanding, I can see what I can already do. Like I can short-term trade it, or what I've done so far is that I've long-term held it. I've swing traded it on which that's how I also started with trading on the currency market. I started off swing trading, and then once I started having more time to day trade and stuff, that's when I got into it in a day trade method. So even with Ethereum here, we can see how things are going up. But I just wanted to share with you guys my experience in terms of learning about cryptos, because I think that's the most important thing that I should be doing, which I didn't do back then. Is maybe every method that I come up against, that I'm using, that I'm implementing to just grow as a person, to grow financially, and to just get more income streams, maybe I should start documenting it down instead of just sticking into just the markets, because like I did say, I've got a lot of income streams, and I believe that maybe if you are not too well with the markets, you can benefit from this. If you're not too well about this, you can benefit from the affiliate side of things. If you're not too well with that, you can benefit from other incomes that I'm actually working on. So yeah, that's actually it. Comment below. Tell me if you guys want to see more videos about it. Tell me if you want to know about things that are, because now on a learning phase, it's much more better, because I can see I had to learn about getting platforms, getting platforms, secure platforms and stuff. It's almost like you guys asking me, hey, what broker should I trade with? What broker should now I'm past that level of brokers, understand? But with this, I had to start from platforms. I had to learn about how those platforms work. I had to see which ones I should trade with and which ones I shouldn't trade with, which ones should I invest my money in and which ones I shouldn't invest my money in. And I've got them, now I'm sorted with them. Now I had to start learning about using these platforms. I had to start learning about, investing and then day trading it, swing trading it. I had to see all these types of methods, which I'm more comfortable with. And I had to now learn about it. Also something that actually took my attention is with these NFTs that are going crazy, everyone being involved in it. You actually need Ethereum for you to be able to purchase NFTs. So you understand that now more people want to start using Ethereum. So I was like, what? Okay, more people, let me get Ethereum, you understand? So that's how I actually went about with it. So let me know if you guys want more videos such as this, and I will be sure to just every now and then make some step-by-step tutorials, and fortunately I won't have to make a course, teaching about all, because I feel like it's gonna take a lot of my time in terms of this, and maybe it'll be nice to just share things that I'm learning along the way, so you guys can also be able to benefit from my information. So yeah, let me know. I will see you guys on the next YouTube video. It's a boy Lesomothupi. Thank you so much for watching.